Let's talk about plugging the holes. So this is a thing that you might see in different comment sections on Reddit, stuff like that. You might even see it in some videos, but essentially you have a bunch of enemies and they are the thing they need to plug, and then you have a hole. In other words, a 1x1 lane that gives you VIP exclusive access to some region. So let's say we want to kill a guy. Let's whack this dude. We have Ike popped on Goldmary, who's quite tanky to physical and to some degree res. So she's taking half damage. Not that many enemies can really hit her right now. She has to kill, like these dudes can't really rush her down. Only one can hit her, and as long as she doesn't kill them, she can only get hit by one. She actually might be okay even at this health, to be honest. She's faster than all of them, so none of them double her. So it hits for 42. She has 36 defense. I think she takes like 6 damage here. So pretty crazy. But this is an example of just using Ike on Goldmary on hero to just delay an entire like flank. And then also I have double fire set up. And we have some other units, so I can like start helping her out and killing things. Let's see, what can Timera do here? She's ready. She is ready for anything, after all. Let's see how ready she is. So that's probably not going to end too well. Let's see. Let's see if we get a sandstorm. Let's go for a sandstorm. But plugging holes is useful on certain maps. It's not always useful, and it depends on what kind of enemies are present, right? Alright, looks like she was not able to sandstorm, which is unfortunate. But you can see that I'm able to stop all these, and I'll just play this turnout really quickly, just to kind of demo this. She can move. We'll Dire Thunder this guy, just to start thinning the numbers in the center. So I'm using fire to hold the center and the other flank, and then I'm using a single unit on Ike to just hold the third flank, the third front, I should say. And then we can pop. So we have some options here. I can do like a pop and attack, kill a guy. I can super Thoron, 5 range Thoron a dude. Alright, so let's observe the tanking. There's gonna be a lot of enemy turns, but we got a bonded shield, we got fire. This map kind of encourages a warp strat or a turtle. Either is fine. If you want XP, alright, so here we go. So 4 damage. She does get broken, so that's unfortunate, but now none of them can get through, so they're actually changing. They're actually funneling into the center, which is what I want, because that's where all my damage is. So just by having a unit able to tank, and you know, she's fast enough to not get doubled, she has high enough defense to take significantly reduced damage, and then she takes half damage on Ike. I'm able to funnel all of the enemy forces into the center. So it can be useful to do this. But I do think that off tanks are better than things like General, because she's fast enough to double things, right? Like if this thing didn't break her, look at this, she doubles him. She takes 4 damage, she has crit rate because of Ike. So there's potential there. The other thing with Ike too is you get crit rate as you lose health. So if you can tank stuff, you can spank stuff. I just made that up on the fly and it's so stupid. Alright, so ignoring that hilarious nonsense. We can kind of heal her, we can attack things, we can do whatever we need to do. We can use the Sword of the Creator for fun. I can use Excalibur. She hasn't even been healed yet and she's still tanking. This is the best part of this. She can probably tank, you know, she can tank another hit. They only hit like 4s and 6s.
Here we go.
So that's plugging the hole with Goldmare. Is that the title of this video? I think I have to make it that now. Plugging holes with Goldmare. Dude, she's really good though, like legitimately. On a hero, her defense is actually quite good, and then we throw Ike on her, it scales her defense even more. Look at this setup right now. She's plus 8 defense on Ike. You become super tanky, and then when you pop Ike, like she can tank even when Ike isn't popped, but when Ike is popped, she can tank like 5 to 7 things pretty consistently as long as they're not mages. And even if they are mages, 22 res. That's pretty good. The emblem also scales the res. So, alright, so I think she's scaled from missing health. So Resolve also helps you tank. So once you hit below 75%, it makes you even tankier. And combined with the half damage and already good base stats, you can actually hold out a position, and hold out's another thing you could run, but you can just sit there in a bad position essentially, and just like these dudes are just like, all right, I'm gonna head out, and they just decided to quit. So then I can just pop bonded here. I can reset my fire. So this, I've also redirected these over because I used fire here, and the way fire works, I'll make another video on this, but you can see that I'm able to use it from this position to create a 3-tile fire that they have to travel through, which means they can't travel through it. So I'm essentially forcing a bottleneck just by spamming fire and having Goldmary in a position, so I have control over where they are. Now there's a ton of them. There is a ton of them, and the bonded shield will run out. So we'll have to figure out something to deal with that. But yeah, that's it for this one. Goldmary isn't the only unit who can do this, but this is just an example of plugging a hole. I think that'll be a better video title. I think plugging the hole with a Goldmary is way too... it's too much. But yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you found this useful. Hero Goldmary is actually a staple in my teams now. I think she's that good. With basic investment, you know, it doesn't cost much extra SP to get her speed +4 and speed taker, and she can, you know, run other things too if you don't want her as a speeder, you know. So yeah, peace.